How's it going, Jim? This is the monitor portion of our Magic Mirror. The monitor comes with 8 different modules that give you a bunch of different information. I will be talking about these 4 modules here, and Tashara will be talking about these 4 here. The first one is obviously just the time and date, super important when you first wake up in the morning. The next are universal US holidays. So things like Mother's Day is a holiday coming up, and that tells me that it's coming up this Sunday. And then the next big day is Memorial Day, which will be the 30th. Down here, we have this module that came with the Magic Mirror program, but we decided to keep it and actually add it in strictly because Tashar is a big basketball fan, and so he finds it super important to wake up and keep up to date with basketball. And then down here, we have a weather module. So this is sort of similar to like what you have on your phone, the weather app. It just tells you the weather for the day, as well as the high and low, and then the following days after that. And there are also these little icons here that sort of give you an overall idea of what the day is going to be like.
Hey Jim, your favorite student Shar is here. I'm going to be explaining these 4 modules. So the one very on the top is a news feed that shows headlines from CNN, New York Times, and BBC News worldwide. It's just something that you can do to catch up after a night of sleep to see what the headlines are. The next is a Google Calendar that we integrated from my personal calendar, which, at 8:18 at night, I do not have any upcoming events, but when there are events, you see the headline of the event and the time and whatever's next. This right here is a Spotify module that shows what's currently playing on your phone right now. Drake is playing from the album Show Me a Good Time, and the song is Thank You Later, and you can see all of the information right there. And the bottom right, this is a very cool module that we found online, but we decided to implement anyway, because this shows the stats of the Raspberry Pi right now. As you can see, my SD card has 47 gigabytes worth of space, how much RAM, and my CPU temperature, and I thought that was pretty cool to include, so we kept it on. About the mirror options, there's 3 options you can go with. You can keep the monitor as it is, without the stand obviously, inside the frame, which Seth is going to talk about later. Or secondly, you can have an acrylic glass sheet over the monitor, which lets all the light through so you see the same things without seeing the monitor screen. Now, options 2 and 3 are recommended, but with option 2, the acrylic screen, there's one con to it, which is that acrylic does not last as long, and it can get warped very easily due to the heat that's going to be stemming from the monitor. Option 3 is the one that we recommend to clients, and the one that we didn't get at all, because it's obviously the most expensive one. The third option is a 2-way mirror that we can have cut out to the size of the monitor, and you can put on top within the frame. That lets the light through, it's a sturdier option, and it will last you a longer time than acrylic or just the monitor screen, which could be prone to getting broken by somebody who's not careful around the Magic Mirror.
So now I'm just going to talk about framing options for the Magic Mirror. As Tashar said, you can treat it just as a solo mirror and add something on top of the monitor. Or what else you can do is you can treat this as an extension of a mirror. So you can find your own mirror and then using wood, build a frame around not only the monitor but also the mirror and just sort of connect them. This can be done with a bunch of different woods like pine or oak or anything like that. I personally, when I build this over the summer for my own house, I'm probably just gonna use pine wood just because it's the cheapest. And then the reason we haven't really implemented it in this model is because it's obviously a crude first model. The second is that we didn't really want to bring a massive wooden structure into class for presentation day, and obviously things changed and we didn't know that. But for future, we definitely believe that adding a wooden frame around the monitor and treating the monitor as an extension of a mirror is definitely a viable option for customers in the future.